Novartis, I'm sure everyone knows, is one of the top 5 pharmaceutical companies in the world. It's actually a group where the most important part from a business perspective is actually the pharmaceutical. And I'm referring to this because I think this is important to set the context why we decided to go into a transformation is really because of the fact that we are doing business in pharmaceutical, and this is becoming an extremely challenging business because of the cost containment realities. And it's a highly competitive environment. So you really need to do something different to design, develop, and commercialize new drugs which are really innovative and are really making the difference for the patients. Our aim was really to move the entire organization from top down into all levels into a very much changed kind of culture. From a cultural change perspective, we started to encourage what is called a be positive, or the way we work. Is certainly a new way of approaching daily activities, which is based on encouraging dialogue, empowering accountability, and building teams. But we also very much work also on the organization, which used to be very hierarchical and very vertical with a lot of layers. And we moved into more flat organization, eliminating some levels which we felt were unnecessary. And clearly, Asteris is helping us now, since last year, in moving the organization into a new setup. And now I give the word to Anna, who will explain you what they're doing.
The concept of this program is to work in the whole organization. That's, we think, is the key of this program, because we are trying to support Novartis to go through all the organization from the top level to the bottom level to create this common culture and to pass all these new values. Here we are creating an alignment in the culture where we are moving from a culture really based on micromanagement and directing to a culture where the objective is to empower people, to make people things happen. We are also working with Novartis further down in the organization with the product teams. And we are working there in a most operative point of view, helping concretely the team leaders of these teams to take that ownership, that empowerment, and to be able to realize it, to create it in the day by day with their teams. But we are also working with Novartis from a communication point of view, working with the internal communication in the town halls. Prepare the team expectation survey where every member of the leadership team could share their opinion, obviously individually, about how they felt they were working as a high-performing team and where were the gaps. First phase of that was to use that information to create the first leadership retreat, where the leadership team had the opportunity to work together, to open themselves, to share their view, and to understand where were the gaps between where they are now and the kind of leadership team they wanted to become. They will have also the opportunity to make coaching essential workshops, where in these workshops the idea is to embody the concept of the coaching, but embodied also the concepts of the way we work that are encouraging dialogue, empowering, accountability, building things, in order to be that in the day by day with their teams. The process will finish with a follow-up retreat where the main thing is to measure what is happening, because one of the focal points of this project is not only the integrated approach, but also to measure concretely what is happening, if we are reaching our goals or not. The concept is from the top level to going through all the organization to all levels to create this alignment of the new culture. The second project we are working on is called the Product teams booster, and as I said before, we are working to the operative people, to the operative groups. And how are we working here? We are helping these team leaders. They are 16, but the concept also here is that we are working with all the 16 team leaders. We are working on first training and at interval times training, team coaching, individual coaching, and go on, because the objective is, the goal is to support the team leaders continuously, progressively in time, in different moments, in different aspects, to give them, from a point of view with the training, tools as goals, how to define goals, roles, responsibilities, common processes, but also how to be more effective in dealing with conflicts and interrelationship and interpersonal relationships. But we have also moments where we observe the team leaders while they are working in their teams to help them also here to see their dynamics and to become more effective. The third project we are working on is the internal communication, as I told you before, where we are working in the town halls, where from two that we are applying here is from top-down communication to peer-to-peer and bottom-up communication. What does that mean? That means that in the town hall, in the past, the kind of communication was the organization talking and telling people about the priorities, strategies, etc., but just in one direction. What we have tried to do there, and it's working really well, is to create in that meetings some space, 1 hour of space, to create conversations where is the people, the participants to these events, that try find the way to apply concretely in the day-by-day the concepts of the way we work. And we are also thinking about create another event called Solutions Day, where the goal here is to make them work for a longer amount of time in order to work on the issues they feel they are living in the day-by-day, or their organization, Novartis, has, in order to find solutions that they can implement immediately and in an easy way.
We have a responsibility as leaders of the organization in really driving the change. I think that the organization is responding well. I can't really say that the entire organization is following the change. This is obviously a wish, but it's not reality. But I see a few signals that indeed tells me as a leadership team member of this organization that we are going in the right direction. I think what was really wise from a company perspective is that the decision was taken at the time to start the change management program, actually to change the leadership team itself. So the N-1, so the reporting lines into the CEO.